Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and a quick thank you to all those subscribers out there for your continued support. If this is your first time, a very warm welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Richard, and today we're going to be talking about the Garmin Descent Mk1. So, the Garmin Descent Mk1 is probably one of the most popular dive computers on the market currently, and for really good reason. There's an awful lot going for this full-on smartwatch that would take you to 100 meters. However, there's a couple of considerations you should take into account before you go rushing out to buy one. The Descent Mk1 performed really well against the Shearwater Teric and the Suunto D5 when we put them up against each other in the big dive computer review that we did earlier this year. If you haven't seen it, I'll pop a link here, and I will pop a link at the end of this video as well. But I've been using the Descent Mk1 on and off every day as a general watch since May earlier this year. It's been on a couple of dive trips with me. And what I really want to do in this video is kind of lay out my experiences and what I found and what I liked and what I didn't like. What we have here is the Garmin Descent Mk1 Titanium. In the box you'll find the watch with the titanium strap, the short silicone dive strap, the long silicone dive strap, which is generally for getting over the thicker wetsuits and dry suits. We've also got the charge cradle and the instruction and safety booklets. The first thing to call out with the Descent Mk1 is the ease of use in changing straps. The simple mechanism allows you to change straps quickly and easily with a reassuring snap sound when it's secure. There are also 26 quick fit strap options available as additional purchases, so something to suit everyone. The physical size of the Descent Mk1 is 51mm across and 17.8mm thick, making this quite a chunky unit. The watch bezel is titanium and the watch face is sapphire crystal, making this one tough cookie. The total weight will depend on which strap is being used, but the heaviest is when you're using the titanium strap, and that will weigh in at 145 grams. On the rear of the unit you'll see 3 green lights. These are the heart rate monitors. Next to this are the 4 charge pins. Charging the Descent couldn't be easier. The USB charge cradle simply attaches to the rear of the unit, securing it in place while it charges. Starting from the top left button, a quick press turns on the backlight to the Garmin Descent Mk1. A long press takes you into the control menu. From here you have a number of options, from turning the unit off, to saving your location, to playing music on your phone, and even finding your phone. All are available if connected to the Garmin Connect app, which we'll cover in a separate video. The top right button is your select button. This will select an option in a menu or to view the last activity. During a dive, this button will allow you to view the compass, the stopwatch, or to switch gases during a dive. The bottom right button is your back button. This will exit you from anywhere or to take you back to the previous screen. The last 2 buttons scroll you up and down through the menus. Holding down the bottom left button will view the watch face from any menu screen. Holding down the left middle button will take you into the menu and settings options. The options for customization on the Garmin Descent Mk1 are endless, as are the list of apps, and that's what we're going to take a look at now. For customization you have so much to choose from. If we take the watch face for example, there are a number of styles to select. Then you can choose the style of not only the dial, but also the hands, what data is displayed, and if that wasn't enough you can then browse through a range of accent colours and background colours. I mean, it's crazy, I've never seen anything like it, and that's just the watch face. And if that list isn't enough to choose from, you can download other options from the app. The list of apps is equally endless. The Garmin Descent has full GPS, so it can be used for navigation. And something I thought that was really cool is if you enter into the dive log, you can see the entry and exit points of the dive on a map in a distance key of a few feet out to 500 miles, which is a very, very cool feature. The available activity apps will let you select and monitor progress in just about any sport or pastime there is, whether it be running, climbing, golf, mountain biking, cross-country skiing, stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, yoga, and even Jumpmaster, which I'm going to assume is parachuting from the parachute logo. To say this is a complete smart stroke fitness watch is the biggest understatement in the history of understatements. However, I'm viewing this from a dive computer perspective, and that's kind of what I want to focus on now. The Garmin Descent Mk1 is a very advanced dive computer. It will allow you to dive single tank gas blends, configure multiple gas blends and switch gases during your dive, closed circuit rebreather, and it's also got a gauge and free diving modes. There is also a free diving hunt mode. This is exactly the same as a normal free diving function, but all the dive computer tones are disabled. Setting up the Garmin Descent for a dive is quick and easy. Setting your gas, your conservatism rate, your water type are all really simple tasks. And it's worth calling out that the Garmin Descent operates the Borman ZHL 16C algorithm with gradient factors to allow for full customization. The Descent will also continue to monitor your heart rate and your calorie count during a dive, but be sensible. For it to do that, it needs to be in contact with your skin, so you can't have the dive computer over a wetsuit if you want to monitor your heart rate and any calories burned while you're underwater. It needs to be in contact with the skin. It's also worth calling out that you can set the Descent to not lock you out if you blow a safety stop for any reason. Now, it's not something we recommend in a case of emergency. If it has to happen, please leave enough time to off gas before getting back into the water. The information in the dive log is succinct and straightforward, and it's relatively easy to get into once you've done it a few times and remember where it is. Here you can see the information of my last dive, which was at Y40 in Italy. My maximum depth was 42 metres. The average temperature of the water was a toasty 34 degrees centigrade, and I burned a huge 257 calories in that 50-minute dive with a maximum heart rate of 131 beats per minute. If I now go into the map, you can see the GPS location of Y40, and if I zoom all the way out, it shows me the whole of Europe. The depth profile does exactly what you would expect it to, and the temperature profile shows the temperature of the water at depth being 1 degree less than the rest of the water in the shallower areas. Now, I do have a couple of niggles that I'm going to raise, and if you've seen the big dive computer review that we did, you're going to know exactly what I'm going to say, because I called it out in there a number of times because it really frustrated me. But niggle number one, screen size. I found the viewable screen size just a little bit too small. There's a band that goes around the edge between the bezel and the viewable screen side. There's a band. I thought it was just too thick. Now, I get that Garmin don't want to make the unit any bigger because it then makes it less viable as an everyday smart stroke fitness watch. However, for me, the viewable screen was just a little bit too small underwater. Niggle number two, the Garmin Descent does not have air integration. Now, I know a lot of people that don't have air integration. I know a lot of people that don't care that it doesn't have air integration. Yes, I always dive with a working SPG, but guys, this is 2019 now. Pretty much everything has air integration these days, and I can't believe that this doesn't. I hope and I pray that the Garmin Descent Mk2, if and when it ever appears, has that on it. But, and this is big but time, I love everything else about this masterpiece. I love the phenomenal battery life. I can get up to 40 hours of dive time on a single charge. You can get up to 21 days of using it as a watch on a single charge, and up to 12 days if you're using it as a smartwatch. I love how easy it is to change the straps. I can flip between the silicone and the titanium really quickly and easily. I love how I can view notifications on my phone, see emails, see messages, play music, answer calls. It's really cool. I love the customization of it. I love the fact that it can tell me the weather forecast, the barometric pressure, the temperature, and something really cool. I got an alert that came up. I hadn't seen all the time that I've been using the Garmin Descent. It made a sound that I hadn't heard before, which made me look at it, and it just said 2 words on the screen: storm alert. How cool is that? Storm alert. I was just like, it made me run to the window to look outside to see if it was going to be some kind of twister or something heading our way. So cool. I've definitely found that I'm using the stairs more when I'm at work, because I'm always trying to beat previous records and numbers for number of steps that I've taken, and also flights of stairs that I've climbed. In actual fact, I'm a little bit gutted that I've got to give this back tomorrow. It's got to go back to Mark's dive store, which is a little bit sad. So no more stair challenges. Back to the lifts it is. But I think one of the coolest features is the inbuilt gyroscope. When wearing as a watch, a simple flick of the wrist will illuminate the screen. And when wearing it as a dive computer, you flick your wrist 3 times to see information on your dive without touching any buttons. Now, how cool is that? So in summary, if you like a gadget and you want something that will do everything other than play Mario Kart, if you're not bothered about the slightly smaller viewable screen and you don't really care much about air integration, then the Garmin Descent Mk1 is absolutely the right choice for you. Comes in a couple of options. There is obviously the titanium one that we've got here, and there is also a steel strap version. I'll put the link for both of those in the description box down below so that you can take a look at the full features. It's well built, it is as tough as they come, and it looks really cool. Customization is the key here, and the Garmin Descent Mk1 has this in abundance. That's me done, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you've liked this video, please do give it a little thumbs up. If you think any of your friends might enjoy this, then please send it on to them and share it. And as always, guys, I'm so grateful for all the subscribers that we get, so please do click on that little subscribe button, hit that little bell icon to be notified about any upcoming videos, and we've got some real peachy ones coming your way very soon. But for now, take care and happy diving. Cheers, bye.